At Summerall with John Madden at Texas Stadium. Tony Franklin set the kickoff for Philadelphia. Number 1 with the bare foot. Rained all day. It stopped now. Line shot to Newsom. Bobbles picks up. Finally finds a handle. Comes up the sideline on the other side. Gets out to about the 19, maybe 20. Where Dallas will have it. Kicking away from James Jones all day has been Tony Franklin. Ray Phillips down to make the stop. First half statistics.
Yeah, they look pretty close, really. The big thing over there, the turnovers down the bottom. The Eagles had 2. Of course, the big one puts Dallas in this game.
That, of course, would be the fumbled punt. Dallas had a little debate in the event you just joined us about whether they should go for a first down or not. Closing seconds first half, they chose to punt it. And the Eagles mishandled the punt. Dallas recovered. Got the touchdown. Here's Dorsett. Yard, perhaps. Done mostly on his own. Look back about what each coach thinks might be the key factor in stopping the other team, and they always say those 2 names, Montgomery and Dorsett, and that's a comparison in the first half. Montgomery, Wilbert of the Eagles, injured his wrist in the first half and set out briefly, but came back and seems to be okay now. Right now, the Cowboys have the ball 2nd and 8 at their own 22. This is Springs. Penalty marker down. That's the first carry of the day for Ron Springs, who's played so well and scored so well last week against Baltimore, holding Dallas.
You know, I wonder if that's intentional. We talked earlier about how Ron Springs said the Eagles are a piece of cake, and he didn't get to carry the ball in the entire first half. Tom Landry probably thought that Eagle defense is really going to key on you today, Ron, so we aren't going to give you the ball until halftime.
Knowing Tom Landry, that might be a subtle kind of punishment.
Holding number 64, offense, first down.
On Rafferty, San Francisco, finally a score at Candlestick. We had heard earlier that it had been raining on the West Coast, and that field can be unpleasant when it's dry and wet. It can really get nasty. 49ers ahead of Houston, they're 7-0. 2nd down, 18, Dallas. Danny White, the quarterback, moves back into the spread, also known as the shotgun position. Out of time. To Tony Hill. Got a few yards, not much. The Eagles, good coverage. Randy Logan made the tackle of Tony Hill.
The Eagles had real good coverage down deep. The Cowboys had 2 men deep. Danny White looked, he couldn't find anything there, and he had to come off to Tony Hill. You know, as we watch this spread formation, it's very interesting. The 2 things. One, the centers a ball without looking. It's a blind snap. The other is Danny White doesn't look at the ball. He looks through the ball down to the defense. Oops, they don't have enough men.
Now they got somebody. Out comes Cosby. They signal the plays in, or sent it in by messenger, and apparently they didn't have enough folks to run what they had called. 30-second clock down to 1 second when they snapped it. White back in the pocket, throwing, has a man open. Is Tony Hill juggling. The official was looking at his feet. He was juggling the ball. That should not be a catch.
I'll tell you, he has to have control of the ball. If he doesn't have control of the ball, it really doesn't make any difference where the feet are. Now watch, it's a short corner. He does a good job of coming in, bringing Herman Edwards, the defender, in. Now watch here. See, he has the feet. The feet were in, but he didn't have control of the ball. You're right. That's a gift for the Dallas Cowboys.
And a first down. Out at the 40-yard line, they dig themselves out of a hole with a little help from a striped friend.
Happened on the Eagle sideline.
1st and 10 at the 40. And this is Dorsett. 28 toss left, penalty marker down. Let's get even.
There's a penalty against the Cowboys on this one, so that'll put it back. Yep, it's a holding. That's a 10-yarder. So that gets 10 yards, that other penalty. That other catch back.
Let's look at it again and see if we're right. I think we are.
Yeah. Well, see, because there, see, he's going out. He doesn't have control right there, and already his feet were out of bounds.
Jerry Markbright will let us know.
Holding number 85, offense, first down.
They don't have an 85 on offense. They don't have an 85.
They just corrected it. They said 84, so I guess it's Doug Cosby. You know these numbers pretty well. If they don't have one, I guarantee you know it.
First and 20. Ball back at the 30. Here's White. Throws quickly. Hill again. Out of bounds over on the Dallas sideline. That one's good.
That one's good. He had control of that ball, and he had both feet. And, you know, on both of those completions, Danny White threw the ball in anticipation before Tony Hill made his cut. Let's see if we can see it. See, now White's looking out, boom, he throws it. Hill isn't looking yet. He turns, and the ball is right there. That's about as perfect as you can get.
That, by the way, is Tony Hill's 7th catch of the day for 95 yards.
And the one touchdown that the Cowboys have.
Second down, Dallas, and 4 at their own 46. Clock showing exactly 13 minutes left in the third quarter. Philadelphia 10, Dallas 7. White again will throw. Looking and has Jay Salvi a first down in Eagle territory at the 36-yard line. Salvi.
I'll tell you the reason for that is the pass protection. Danny White had plenty of time to look and to pump. Now watch Salvi. He comes from the outside. He's running an in under control against the zone defense. He didn't want to get over too far to get into the area of Jerry Robinson. Now he looks like a linebacker. He should have been a linebacker.
With dark glasses?
Looks like someone that maybe I would have coached along the way. He acts like one, too.
First down, Dallas at the Philadelphia 36. Fake to Dorsett. White standing alone. No longer alone. To Drew Pearson. Batted up into the air. Bernard Wilson pounding the ground. He thought he might have had a chance for an interception, but didn't.
And Drew Pearson was pointing to Randy Logan that he was held.
That is Carl Hairston, who's down for the Philadelphia Eagles on this artificial surface. Out in there being looked at by the medical staff of Philadelphia right now. It's 10-7. The Eagles over Dallas in the third.
To the men who took the Andrea Doria treasure back from the sea, this bud's for you.
This bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. Quite the way you do. So here's to you. You know it isn't only what you say, it's what you do. This bud's for you. This bud's for you. For all you do, the king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This bud's for you.
It looked like it was staged for a movie. It wasn't. It happened in Sicily in front of our cameras. 60 Minutes goes to a mafia drug war tonight on CBS.
There's Carl Hairston. He got hit just after Danny White let the ball go. Got hit unexpectedly.
Right there. You see Danny White gets it. Now watch. Someone comes into the picture there and gets his left leg. You see it right there? He put his shoulder right on his left leg. You know, it looked like Kurt Peterson, the right guard. I think he pulled out, peeled back around, and Carl Hairston didn't see him coming.
That indeed would be a great loss because he's not only an outstanding player, but also one of the defensive leaders, one of the team leaders of this green-shirted bunch.
And it's always good when you see him get up and walk off without any help.
Which he does. Brown Brown has taken his place. Quite an interesting story.
Very interesting. Greg Brown, he's a rookie free agent. Really never played in college. He went to Kansas State as a freshman. Really never played and has impressed this team from day one in training camp.
And has a job as a result. Hand off and fake again. White going deep for Hill. Batted loose just at the last minute. Hill had a chance to come up with it. Back there with him, Blackmore is one of them.
It was Bernard Wilson.
Bernard Wilson the other.
Bernard Wilson that knocked the ball down, and that's his job. He's the safety. We see from the outside, Blackmore is on the outside. Bernard Wilson is supposed to be there. He's the center fielder. He almost misjudged the ball. He had to jump to get that right hand. But that's his job. You take care of the center field, you zone it, you help both corners on a post pattern.
As a rule, John, Philadelphia does play all zone defense. Very rarely would you get them in a man-to-man.
Right, unless it's this situation right here. 5 defensive backs, 3rd and long.
Spread formation. James Jones joins Dorsett in the backfield. And Springs. And here's White. Going deep again. He's got Butch Johnson. Touchdown.
Butch Johnson had that California quake going. We're just talking about man-to-man. They were in man-to-man on that play. It was Richard Blackmore was man-to-man. He had help deep from John Shira, and Butch Johnson beats them both. Let's watch this. He's a slot out here. Now watch, we'll see. He's on man-to-man on number 27, Blackmore. See, he gets a beat, but he was supposed to have help from John Shira. Butch Johnson on that play beats double coverage.
And Dancing Butch just showed you his California quake or Texas trimmer after he scored. And Rafael Septien will try to make it 14-10 Dallas. Low snap. And got it. 11:53 left in the 3rd quarter. And it's the Cowboys 14, the Eagles 10.
Just when he thought the thrill was gone, that the times had made cars too much the same, a brand new Sierra pulled around the corner. Sierra, this was new. Cutlass Sierra, an Oldsmobile, a Cutlass with front-wheel drive and very practical. He had visions of room, comfort. He liked the looks. Cutlass Sierra, huh? The thrill is back, he decided. Even today, there's still room to do it with style.
Today is the wedding of the Amato quintuplets. I'm the father of the brides, the man who has to pay for all this. For a wedding gift, I gave each of my angels the new Sony Betamax SL5000. It's the most ingenious Betamax ever created, the simplest and easiest to use. Its advanced front-loading system is just amazing, and it even has remote control and beta scan. But the real genius of this Betamax is its price.
The genius of Betamax, only from Sony.
Saturday, it's their final game of the regular season, and the playoff-bound Dallas Cowboys take aim at the New York Giants. Be a part of the NFL action Saturday on CBS Sports.
There's the man who just caught the touchdown pass, and how many big catches over the years. And you remember him, Butch Johnson, making and not being a starter.
He gave a little bow there. Great, Butch. Great move, great catch, beating double coverage. You did it.
Septien chases Campfield 5 yards deep into the end zone, and he stays there. The Dallas scoring drive. 8 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes, 7 seconds. White, 36 yards to Butch Johnson. That got it done.
It's really fired these fans up. They started out fired up, and then the Eagles, when they went ahead 10-0, they put them down. That's it. Keep it up. Come on, all of you, stand up. Yeah. Good. Keep it going. They get a little wild here when they get ahead.
Once in a while. Getting close to the holidays.
Of course, they learn that. A lot of that from the Eagles fans. You know,
that's right.
They're great for that.
1st and 10 from the 20. And those fans fired up and booing now as Jaworski sets his Eagles down and gives to Montgomery. And Montgomery gets a couple, and now he goes the other way. It's
too tall here. He's playing against Jerry Sizemore. You see, he gets in there. He stands him up first. Stands up. Hold the ball. Too tall. Wait for it to come to you. Wait for it. Play it off. Get that right shoulder under, and then plug that hole. Look at that. Look at all those white jerseys. Oh, I love these shots. That's great camera work, man.
And that's great technique by a defensive lineman as well. Now they're in the flex on second down. A little bit unusual. White off the ball. Jones off the ball. Jaworski to throw. Got a man. Carmichael. Carmichael stuck a hand out. Everson Walls. Michael Downs back there with him. In yellow, Marion Campbell. Fox.
The Swamp Fox. He's a defensive coordinator, and what an outstanding job he's done with this defense. He's talking to them now about what they have to do the next time they go out on the field.
Hear his name being circulated around when they talk about possible coaching changes and new head coaches in certain locations.
He would be a good choice.
Third down. Billy Canfield back there with Montgomery alongside Ron Jaworski from the spread. Dallas blitzing. Philadelphia hitting. Charlie Smith is the man who made the reception, and Ron Fellows was the defender.
We'll see it here. We'll see Charlie Smith again. Now the Cowboys do use a lot of man-to-man coverage. Ron Fellows is out there man-to-man on Charlie Smith, and again, he gave too much cushion. You got to get a little tighter on that so you can make a burst at the end to knock it down.
Charles Homeboy Smith, the 8-year veteran. This time Carmichael goes left. Eagles scope on a quick count. Montgomery cuts back inside, is hit and knocked back after about a yard gain by Bob Brunick. Now that is good middle linebacker technique as well.
We were talking about Bob Brunick and the flex defense. Again, it's designed to free up the middle linebacker. Now, if you free up a middle linebacker, he has to make the play. Now, see, there's no blocker on Brunick. He was free to come down the line. He sees Wilbert Montgomery, puts his head in front, and wraps those arms around.
That's well done.
That is very well done.
About a yard is all. As Brunick from that spot in the middle made the tackle. Now it's Dutton that's back off the line. And Jaworski who's back to throw. Pressure. It's intended for Charlie Smith, and Dennis Thurman comes up with his second interception of the day. He keeps playing like that, the Cowboys might pay his fine.
I'm sure they will. He has a meeting with the commissioner. He doesn't think he should have been fined, but watch this. They're trying to get a post or deep pattern to Charlie Smith. Dennis Thurman has great position on him. Jaworski throws the ball too long, and the only one that can make the play is Dennis Thurman.
Well, you've seen a couple of clinics, in fact 3 on the last 3 defensive plays by Dallas. 14-10 they lead.
Introducing another engineering wonder, the new 1982 Honda Accord. It handles better, and to use less energy, we've increased the gas mileage. We've improved the aerodynamics and made it quieter inside. We've also made it roomier. Any wonder the new Accord is so well engineered? After all, it's a Honda.
Honda, we make it simple.
Welcome to warm afternoons in Gallo.
Sunny Rhine days with your friends and mine.
Special moments.
The feeling shows a Gallo toast with the Rhine that flows.
The joy of sharing Gallo wine.
Will we ever have a house like this?
Share the joy of Gallo wine.
Wednesday night, watch out as the Grinch tries to steal your Christmas away. And then, can one little mouth save Christmas Day? 2 great holiday specials, Wednesday.
Dennis Thurman. They said he wasn't big enough to play. They said he wasn't fast enough to play, but he's got 2 interceptions today. both thrown by Ron Jaworski, and he's played good football all year long. Jaworski's had a little bit of a frustrating day. 9 out of 21, not up to his standard. First down, Dallas. They give to Dorsett. Dorsett gallops over the right side for about 8 yards.
You know, there's a lot of talk about the new Tony Dorsett. And you know when it all started? It all started after the championship game in Philadelphia when the Eagles beat these Cowboys. Tony Dorsett said he had a meeting with himself, and he said, look, Self, I have all this natural ability, but I have to do more with it. And he went to work.
You have to satisfy that man in the glass that you look at in the morning, don't you? And that's what he did. Second and 2, Dallas. Dorsett again. Lockers in front. Look out. Out to the 40, outside the 40 to the 46. Dorsett up quickly.
Now that was a run. That's the way, you know, they pulled the off guard Herb Scott, and did he get a block on that one to allow Dorsett to get the first down?
After that run, Dorsett has number 1 back. Rodgers, we told you what he did earlier today, and that's his up-to-date total. And now Dorsett, after that last carrier, goes back 1 yard in front, and he leads the NFL in rushing. Cowboys have never had a runner that did that.
You know, and all 4 of those backs were Heisman Trophy winners.
White. Ron Springs has the completion, spins out of bounds close to midfield. Reggie Wilkes hit him and knocked him in that direction.
You know, one thing that the Cowboys do, they have so many players and so many things that they really have great mixture. They throw to tight ends, they throw to backs out of the backfield, they throw to the wide receivers, they run to Dorsett. And I know that Dick Vermeil knows that it's really tough to defend that because you can't zero in on any one thing.
You look at the league statistics, and of course, early in the year, they don't mean necessarily that much. But now, this late, they do first down, Dallas. And you get a pretty good offensive picture when you look at who leads what category. And if you look at the leading pass receivers, there are no Cowboys.
That's right, because when you have 3 or 4 receivers are all going to catch their share, then no one will lead anything.
Going into today, Ron Springs was the pass receiving leader for Dallas with 41. Down for the Cowboys right at the 50. Rafferty the center as Johnson just across the line. Drew Pearson speeds now in motion, accelerates as he goes. Pitch back, Dorsett starts upfield. Couple. Carl Hairston led the defense.
From the other side of the field, along with Charlie Johnson, you're talking about Tom Rafferty and Charlie Johnson. Charlie Johnson won that battle. Let's see if we can see it again here. Now watch, he'll line up on the nose as close to the ball as he can. Get your hands on that center. Straighten him up. You see how he plays his hands there? Just wait for the ball. There's the cut. Charlie Johnson explodes right into it. That's a great nose tackle play.
You know, another interesting thing, although Johnson won that battle, and indeed he did, Rafferty does something that I know you are very much in favor of. Look how far away from him he's got that ball. That keeps the nose tackle away from him.
That's right. You put it as far out as you can, and that gets that defender away.
A fumble. Peterson got it, I believe. Dallas still has it, yes.
It's the second time that the Cowboys had a little problem here, and again, it's happening right after the exchange. You see, he gets the ball. That time he was stripped there. Someone came in from the outside. Yeah, it was Frank LeMaster came in and knocked the ball out, and Kurt Peterson was there to recover it.
So it'll be third down and 5. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left, third quarter. Dallas 14, Philadelphia 10. Cowboys won the first one 17-14. Springs and James Jones in the backfield. White doesn't like the formation, and he takes a timeout. Jerry Markbright, the official, and Tom Landry. He looks like he'd be ready to command the Battle of the Bulge or whatever you need.
Good service is no big thing. It's a million little things. That's why every Avis car gets 9 safety checks, 7 comfort checks, and 6 cleanliness checks. Matter of fact, the average Avis car is better maintained than the average family car. See, Avis knows good service is making a big deal about little things. Right? Trying harder is still the best way to do business.
Burt Reynolds is Sharky. He's a smart cop, but somebody's in his way.
You're an outcast about to lose that badge of yours.
What he hears, he can't use.
Tell him there's no way that he can win, do you understand?
What he knows, he can't prove.
The tapes are gone.
And what he sees, he can't have. But nobody leans on Sharky's Machine. Sharky's Machine, rated R. Starts Friday. Check newspaper for local listing.
3rd down 5. Dallas has the football at the Eagle 45. Cowboys lead 14-10. 6.5 minutes left to play 3rd quarter. Eagles led 10-0 at one point. Cowboys got a break and a fumble punt just before halftime and got themselves back into the contest. Horsby and Pearson wide left. Hill out wide to the right. Quickly, Springs. 1st down, Dallas. They do indeed get a lot of people into the act.
They spread it around. You know, that was one thing that they wanted. They lost Preston Pearson, who they don't have this year. They needed a receiver who can play that inside slot position in the spread formation, and they came up this year with Ron Springs.
Springs they got by perhaps good fortune. He was hurt in his senior year at Ohio State, and not much was known about him, and Dallas was able to come up with it. San Francisco gotten used to the muddy track at Candlestick. They lead 21-0 over Houston. Here's Springs, the ball carrier. Nothing doing as Carl Hairston, the steady one, does it again.
You know, the 49ers have always been known as an offensive team, but you know, they started those 3 rookies in the secondary. Everyone was working it, and now they're starting to get shutouts at the end of the season. Oh, Hairston's had a full day's work, hasn't he? He's been all over that field.
There's Dick Vermeil. Very cordial and cooperative yesterday when we talked with him.
He always is.
2nd down 9 for Dallas. Ball at the Eagle 35, 3 wide receivers. White pumps. Is going. Looking for Butch Johnson again, and Butch is claiming somebody was interfering with him. That's not his regular dance.
Butch Johnson's excited. He thought that Herman Edwards grabbed him before the ball was thrown or as the ball was in the air. Again, the rule is you can hit him the first 5 yards. After 5 yards, you can't touch him. Now, let's see what happens here. He comes inside to a post, goes out to the corner. Right there, you see Herman Edwards had his left. Oh, right there. That's the one that Butch was complaining about. Rightly so. You know, a defensive back tries to get that hand in there because if the officials don't see it, the momentum of the receiver will put you in good defensive position.
3rd and long. Springs is the lone back in the backfield with White. Rafferty again with a blind snap. A little high, but White looked it in. Butch Johnson had it, dropped it. Randy Logan back there with him along with Richard Blackmore.
And along with John Shira. There were really 3 in that area. That time on the touchdown, Shira let Butch Johnson get in behind him. That time he took a deeper angle and they met at the goal line.
Cowboys send their punting unit on the field. Danny White, of course, stays and watches them in. But again, as I'm sure the Eagles are very much aware, he, of course, can throw it, and he will run it.
The last time in this position, he kicked a real high one. Of course, it gave John Shira a problem. I bet he does the same thing.
Wally Henry has gone back now in safety position for Philadelphia as White angles for the sidelines and might have it. Might have a dandy. Denny Barnes, who for years and years has been so outstanding in special special team coverage was the first man down there, and White gets it out of bounds inside the 5 at the 3.5-yard line. Dallas 14, Philadelphia 10.
For the special times, for the happy times, for what's been, for what will be, for all the years and all the tears, for what you mean to me, for all you give me, a diamond, and forever I give to you.
Don't you have more than Christmas to celebrate? Give her a diamond.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours a happy and safe holiday season.
Next Saturday, Kansas State faces Indiana, and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas meets Georgetown in exciting regional NCAA basketball action. Get into the spirit with CBS Sports.
Dallas 14, Philadelphia 10. And the Eagles backed up to their own 3-yard line. That's where they finally put it down. Danny White is not among the leaders in distance in punting, but boy, in effectiveness he is. He ranks number 2. Balls down and net yardage inside the 20. Morris to Jaworski to their fullback Hubert Oliver, and nothing doing there. John Dutton, who started to play well of late, makes the stop. 4:20 left to play third quarter. Excuse me, John.
You know, he and Too Tall Jones, as we said earlier, they really man that left side of that Cowboy defense. And what the Eagles need now is a first down. They want to get out of this field position. It's obvious.
There, those two. One is 6'7". That's Dutton. Jones is 6'9" and 270. Dutton goes about 270 also. Both are thin. Penalty markers. Jaworski fires down the middle. Intended for Ron Smith. And down pops him. Smith is right up. The penalty marker goes down. Very quickly. 2 penalty markers down.
There's one back there. I'm sure it'll be one of those offsetting deals, Pat. The one in the backfield will probably be holding against the Eagles. The one down here was for hitting late. And they'll offset.
I was impressed with how quickly Ron Smith got up because he really took a shot.
He took a shot from Mike Downs, and he went down and just bounced right back up, maybe from the momentum of the shot. It was illegal motion plus unnecessary roughness, so they'll play it over. Watch this shot here that Ron Smith takes. Watch him here. He's man-to-man. It'll be the safety from the inside. Mike Downs. See, the ball goes beyond him. There's no ball there, and that's why he was penalized for that.
Now let's listen to this explanation. I think this is one of those situations where a personal foul has to be penalized.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Illegal formation. No man on the end of the line. Offense. The penalty is disregarded. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 26. Defense. That penalty is enforced. 15 yards. First down.
I love that rule. I think that's the way that it should be. I know that these fans here don't, but just because a team lines up wrong, that doesn't mean that you get a free shot at any offensive play. I agree with that.
I do too. Except the explanation might cut us into 60 minutes. Here's Jaworski. Outside Smith, and maybe he remembers. Thurman and Waters out there looking at him.
He may not remember. He may still be feeling the effects of that hit that he took from Michael Downs.
Here comes Spagnola in with a message for Jaworski. Hubert Oliver comes out. There's Big John checking in. Butch Johnson getting a little bomb on the left knee.
ice is getting there. What they're trying to do is he probably got a bump there, and they don't want any swelling to start.
So it's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Jaworski back to throw again. Does. Complete. Ron Smith made the catch on the left side, hit by Dennis Thurman.
I'm sure Ron Smith went back to the huddle and he said, I got hit one, I dropped one, give it to me again. Now he's getting a big cushion over there on this side. When you see he drives Dennis Thurman deep. Thurman's thinking if Smith just makes a little comeback right there to the sideline and catches the ball. It was a great pattern because he sold Dennis Thurman on the fact that he was going deep and then didn't.
This time they send Carmichael out to the left on Thurman. Ron Smith comes out wide to the right. Jaworski, you saw the book on him. One lone setback is Wilbert Montgomery. He gets the carry and gets maybe a yard, perhaps two, before he's twisted around and thrown backward, led by Bob Bruning. John Dutton again involved in the play.
You know, when I was talking to Ernie Strautner yesterday, he said the two people that we have to stop Wilbert Montgomery and we have to stop Harold Carmichael. Now, I don't know that Harold Carmichael has caught a pass.
He caught one early, I think in the first possession. There's Ernie Strautner on the right, and now he moves to the other place. Gil Brandt, super scout, is the other fellow waiting.
Strautner's in a stance. He looks like a middle linebacker.
He could have been. Here's Jaworski going deep for Ron Smith. Everson Walls back there with him. Thought he had a chance for an interception. Didn't come up with it. He's upset.
It's interesting. Early in the season, everyone picked on the rookie free agent Everson Walls. And now he's there. Geez, I had that thing. And now he has so much confidence that he darn near can't get beat in man-to-man coverage.
Tell by the way he walks.
I know it. Tom Landry says sometimes, I don't think he knows any better. He's supposed to be worried out there. He has ice water in his veins. He's a free agent.
Charlie Smith comes out with that free agent. Carmichael lined up on the inside of him. Ron Smith out to the left. Canfield in the backfield with Jaworski. They operate from their spread. Yeah, look out, run. Chased by too tall, down by too tall. Not a first down. He bounced past the marker. Too tall chased him. They may put it down closer to a first down than I thought originally.
This is going to be very close. Now, what? Oh, it looked like Sizemore jumped the count there a little. See what he's doing? He's taking on too tall short. You know, you take him right now on the line of scrimmage. See, he did a good job there, but this is what they call second effort. See, he was blocked, and then he comes back, and he still makes a play.
Benny Barnes finally wrapped him up, and it's a first down, Philadelphia.
That's one of those right foot jobs, you know, but this has been a great job, a great drive by the Eagles coming off that goal line.
They got some help from that penalty against Mike Downs when he popped Ron Smith. Spagnola and Krepley, 84 and 88, both in the game for Philadelphia.
And Ron Jaworski looks like he has good touch going now.
Winding down to the end of the third quarter. Pitch back Montgomery. Charlie Waters wraps him up. Got about 4, however, shy of the 50-yard line. Again, in the event you might have joined us late, that artificial surface is very wet, although some people say that sometimes that makes traction better on an artificial turf. But it's been raining all morning, stopped midway first quarter, and now is not. And the fog looks like it's about to move in through the hole in the roof. 2nd and 5. A minute, 10 seconds left to play third quarter. 14-10 Dallas over Philadelphia. Jaworski looks for Carmichael. Has him. That'll be enough for a first. And now they say he juggled it. No first down.
They probably talked about that one at halftime, that you have to watch the juggle and you have to watch the feet too. Let's see if we can see it here. Sizemore's doing a good job of pass protection here, but watch here. Carmichael has the ball. I don't know. He looked like he had control to me.
Couldn't tell. We were blocked out a little bit, but
well, he had it in one arm.
Yeah.
He had it in his right arm, and he had his left arm free, so I would say that he had control.
It'll be third down. The Eagles still upset about that call. 1:02 left third quarter. Jaworski asking for quiet. And remember a couple of weeks ago against Miami when this happened. Penalty marker down. Incomplete pass. Intended for Ron Smith. Everson Walls, the defender.
I don't know that he got that play off within the 30 seconds, Pat. I don't think he did. I think the 30-second clock expired before the ball was snapped. So that'll be a penalty on number 7.
Now, this is one you can't refuse, is it?
False start, number 63, offense, third down.
Still third down.
Wrong on that one. I guess it wasn't the clock, although the clock was at 0 when they threw the penalty, but that was on the right guard, Ron Baker.
So it's still third down and 10, 58 seconds left third quarter. Ball back at the 44. Cowboys showing blitz again. Or whatever it is. Doing a lot of changing. Jaworski taking a long time. No blitz. Jaworski hit just as he lets it go. Incomplete. He threw that one because he had to as Randy White came blowing around the right side and popped Jaworski. I hope we can see that again.
On this one, they're playing a mind game with Jaworski. They faked the blitz, got out of it, a stunt. Now Randy White comes from the outside. He starts at right tackle, came around the right end and back in and hit Jaworski just as he threw the ball.
So Max Runiger goes back for Philadelphia, and James Jones goes back deep for Dallas. Runiger off the side of his foot. Jones lets it bounce. I don't know why, really. And the Eagles will down it at the Dallas 3-yard line. It rolls out of bounds. I'm not sure, because that's a tough spot back there handling those kicks, why he let that one bounce.
You know, unless he thought it was going out of bounds or he thought that he couldn't get to it to handle it cleanly. But in any case, you want to field every punt.
It didn't look like much. It turned out to be 53 yards by Runiger. Next Saturday, the NFL today begins it. And we'll continue it as we'll be at the Meadowlands for the Dallas Cowboys visit against the Giants, who beat St. Louis today to keep their playoffs alive. Playoff hopes, I should say. And the Cowboys, well, they've got a lot at stake as well. Even if they win today, they'll still be playing for that home field advantage down the road for the best record. You get a lot of breaks if you have that. There is Drew Pearson in motion to the right. This is Dorsett in motion also to the right. He gets out to about the 5. He did a lot of running in the end zone. Got it out to about the 5, maybe the 6. Reggie Wilkes made the stop.
I tell you, I guess with a great back like Tony Dorsett, you can do those types of things, but that is a very dangerous play because watch how long he has to stay in the end zone before he gets back out of the end zone. You know, that's taking a big chance that a defender doesn't get there. That's a 2-point play.
And that could certainly be a factor as we come down to the end of the third quarter. That is the end of the third quarter with the score, Dallas 14, Philadelphia 10. We'll be back at the start of the fourth quarter after this word from your local station.
Tonight, it's 2 dazzling hours of thrills. The all-new Circus of the Stars with ringmasters Linda Evans, Elliot Gould, Bob Newhart, and Brooke Shields tonight.
This is CBS.
When Dallas and Fort Worth has a choice for news at 10, the #1 choice is the Channel 4 news team of Chip Moody, Clarice Tinsley, Wayne Shattuck, and Dale Hansen. Channel 4 news at 10. The latest television ratings show Chip, Clarice, Wayne, and Dale the #1 choice for news, weather, and sports. You don't have that choice every weeknight. But when Dallas and Fort Worth does have a choice for news at 10, it's Channel 4 News.
Ladies and gentlemen, the TCU Horned Frog Band for the Fort Worth National Bank.
here at Channel 4. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Toyota, who invite you to visit your local Toyota dealer and see the sporty new SR5 Sport Truck. Atari. And by AC Delco General Motors Corporation. Over 50 years of quality automotive replacement components.
Summerall with John Madden at Texas Stadium, where the Cowboys lead Philadelphia by the score of 14-10. We're about to start the fourth quarter. And that's what's happened in the fourth quarter to the Philadelphia Eagles the last 3 weeks. The opponents 29, the Eagles nothing. Right now they need 5 to get ahead. 7-6. White. Joe Dupree, still on his feet, spins out of bounds at about the 20. Richard Blackmore knocked him out of bounds. Billy Joe has a first for Dallas.
That was a great play against in that situation. You know, running down, Eagles are playing run. You fake to the run, have the tight end fake a block, and then have him come underneath everything.
If you're an Eagle fan, we don't want to paint too dismal a picture, but those are the facts. Right now they trail 14-10.
But each game is a separate entity. Right. Today is today, and Cowboys and Texas and all those types of things.
That one I'm going to think about a while. Here's Dorsett back to the weak side, looking for some place to go, finding some place to go. Fumble. Springs picks it up. Gets out to the 40-yard line. Outside the 40. It'll be enough for a Dallas first down. Randy Logan stopped him. I don't know how he was there or why he was there, but Springs was in the right place at the right time. There's nothing like that, is there?
Dorsett has had a little problem fumbling today. That's that tackle trap, Pat, that gave him trouble last time. That was Jim Cooper. Came all the way across from his right position to trap, and then Dorsett was stripped of the ball right there. Springs was in position to pick it up. Jerry Robinson.
Robinson hit Dorsett to cause the fumble, but it worked out to Dallas advantage. It's the first down outside the 40-yard line. First and 10, clock running with 14 minutes left to play. Dallas up by 4. Digging themselves out of a hole. Here is Springs breaking into the secondary and out to the 50 for 9 yards. Very nearly another first down. Herman Edwards put him airborne.
As we see Ron Springs walk back to the huddle, we're seeing more and more teams wear gloves. More and more players wear those golf gloves on this artificial turf. You know, they can't use stickum anymore, so I think they've gone to the golf gloves, and that gives them some tactness in their hands. 9 yards to Springs, make it 2nd and 1. Right at the 50. Right in the star. Look how far Rafferty has that ball out in front of him. Just about as far as he can reach. Charlie Johnson as far away as he can. They give to Springs again. Springs nudges his way into Eagle territory, close to a first down. Charlie Johnson didn't keep him far enough away. Or he got to him quick on that one. Short yardage play coming up here. I bet you we'll see the 2 tight ends see Jay Saldy come in motion. I bet they run the ball where Jay Saldy goes. What do you think? From that flanker position, he'll start in motion. Yeah. He's lined up tight to the right. So got to go in motion to the other direction, right? There he goes. They got the first down. They did exactly what you said. Well, the reason they do that is they're able to get an extra blocking. They can have the lead back, Springs go in, plus they get that extra tight end to get a little push on that side. Tony Dorsett needed 88 yards at the beginning of the day to become the Cowboys' all-time leading rusher. He needs 11 now. Don Perkins, who was not a great big guy either, but sure did have a great big heart. His
the all-time leader. Here's Dorsett. Tiptoes out of bounds at the Philadelphia 45. Al Chesley knocked him out.
Watch a nose tackle there. Charlie Johnson, see, he's in there. He's on Rafferty, grabs him by the face mask, lets him go. He gets spun around, and someone got him by the ankle. Those guys, those nose tackles, Pat, get hit from every angle. They get hit from straight ahead, from the right side, from the left side, from backs, from tight ends, from everyone. You ought to pay him a couple of salaries to play that position.
We saw a play in films yesterday in the first game where Dallas put 3 men on the nose tackle. It wasn't Johnson, it was Clark.
Triple team.
Here comes the reverse. Here is Drew Pearson looking for someplace to go and nothing doing. The Eagles trying to rip the ball loose.
I think they did.
And they got it, and they got it. Jerry Robinson knocked it loose from Pearson. Cowboys, of course, are saying he was down and nothing doing. I thought they were going to throw it back to Danny White.
But what the officials, I thought Pearson was going to throw the ball. But Jerry Robinson makes an outstanding play here. He's the right linebacker. He doesn't go with the reverse. He stays there and waits. You know, and then when the reverse comes to him, he's in position to make the play. Got a lot of guys running around here. What was all that stuff? You know, you try and influence the linebacker on a reverse. Jerry Robinson's smart. He didn't go for it.
And Robinson comes up with the football as well as knocking it loose from Drew Pearson, and the Eagles will take over in good shape at midfield.
Presenting the new Toyota Supra and Dan Gurney. It takes the right stuff to make a great performance car. Come ride with Dan Gurney and see.
It's quick off the line. That's the twin-cam fuel-injected engine. Now let's see the independent four-wheel suspension in action. Handles well. Nice brakes.
The new Toyota Celica Supra.
That's the right stuff.
Supra.
Dear Atari Anonymous, my son Boris has a missile command problem.
My mission in life is to save all of mankind.
Lately, my daughter has developed a similar problem with Atari warlords. Now, with video pinball, my husband is acting funny lately. With Atari games so ingenious, so involving, so intense, I ask you, Atari Anonymous, is this problem contagious?
Here's a fumble by Pearson just seconds ago.
And we see that Jerry Robinson didn't go. He didn't pursue to the other side. He's right here. He makes a perfect tackle. He gets his helmet right on the ball, and that's what knocked it out of Pearson's hand.
And so it belongs to Philadelphia midfield. 11:35 left fourth quarter. Two tight end set up again for the Eagles. One running back, Montgomery. Here they come with their reverse. This is Ron Smith. They got some room. Everson Walls came up with some help from D.D. Lewis. That's the turnover picture. Philadelphia 2, Dallas 2. And they all have been very important factors.
And, of course, how important that last one is depends on what Philadelphia does with the ball now. You know, that time on the reverse before, Jerry Robinson didn't go. He just waited there. On that reverse, they didn't fool D.D. Lewis.
They got 7 yards, 2nd and 3 at the Dallas 43. Borski, as usual, has the quarterback. He hands Montgomery. And Montgomery nudges himself out to close to a first down. Bob Brunig made the stop.
What's always impressed me about Wilbert Montgomery is his strength. I mean, we know he has the moves and all that in the open field, and he can catch the ball. Well, when he gets in there, he really finishes those runs off. He has strong leg drive.
And not that big, John.
No, he only weighs 190, 195 pounds.
But he says he's not that big.
180, 185.
That's what he plays. Yeah. 3rd and short for Philadelphia. That's big Harold Carmichael swinging in motion, and that's Montgomery. Fumble, maybe. Hit by Dennis Thurman. Montgomery got the first down. Thurman does hit, doesn't he?
He does, and Montgomery does run. You know, we saw the play before where he ran with power, and that play, he made a great move. It doesn't look like a lot. He started into the right, felt a little soft spot out to the left, and made that cut with the right foot and picked up the first down. Not a big play for yardage, but that was a great move.
Big first down for the Eagles. They're moving from the Dallas 37. The score of the first game was 17-14 in favor of Dallas. Right now, the Cowboys lead 14-10 as Jaworski looks and throws quickly. Bob Brunig right with Hubert Oliver. They got a couple of yards, but that's all.
That's the thing with a man-to-man defense. You can do that. Bob Brunig had man-to-man coverage on Hubert Oliver. He didn't drive him deep. And you try and get those types of passes against zone that you don't gain much against a man-to-man.
Notice Brunig looking over to the sideline to Ernie Stautner and Tom Landry to find out what kind of call he wants for his defense. Carmichael, Ron Smith, both wide to the right. Montgomery is flanked out to the left. Jaworski looking right, looking deep. Penalty marker down, intended for Montgomery, who just had to give it a wave. Penalty marker probably in that vicinity, has to be holding. It is.
You know, and I know what Dick Vermeil is thinking right now. You know, he said before the game that offensively, we've been snake bit. And that looks like a snake bite right there. You finally get things going, and then boom, you get that 10-yarder that just kills anything you have.
Well, you look back at the statistics of last week's game against Washington. They had just an overwhelming advantage in total yardage, but lost.
Holding number 50, offense, second down.
It is Guy Morris, the center. Let's see what he did.
Let's see if we can see it. He'll be blocking Randy White. You see Randy White there, number 54. They start on a double. Kenny has him on the outside. Morris is in good position right there. And then he just put his left hand on his jersey and pulled him down.
Cannot be too much argument about that. So it'll be second down and 18 from the Dallas 45 now. Yep. Faking blitz. If indeed it's a fake. Jaworski had a man almost Carmichael knocked away by Michael Downs and Charlie Waters is close by.
You know, that was one thing. You always talk about wanting receivers to come back to the ball. It didn't look like Harold Carmichael worked back to the ball. You like him to get up, push up there in that hook, make him think you're going deep, and then come back so that that defender can't catch up with you.
It'll be third down. They're all big plays, but this one is of large magnitude right here. 8:42 left to play. Morris looking around the center. Cowboys again showing faking blitz. Dickerson on one side, Barnes on the other side. Jaworski backed up, and he's firing deep. That is intercepted by Emerson Wall. New Cowboy interception record set by the rookie free agent who lives very close to the Dallas Cowboy practice complex.
Emerson Wall's got that, and that's great, but I'll tell you who caused that. We'll see him get it right here. See, the ball's thrown a little short. We'll see him here. Now watch, it stops. He comes back and gets it. And you know why that ball was thrown short? Because Randy White hit Ron Jaworski just as he threw the ball.
Walls comes up with the interception. He broke the record that was held by Mel Renfro.
Hot fighting, cold breaking, dirt fighting, road heading, money saving, hard working, AC Delco.
A new powerful Delco Freedom 60 battery. It's not only truly maintenance free, but even frozen in an inch of ice. It cranks up the score.
Hot firing, cold cranking, dirt fighting, road handling, money saving, hard working, AC Delco.
Ring in the holidays. Ring out the year. Sparkling with Andre. Love and good cheer. Take Andre home for the holidays. Andre for the holidays.
What's a celebration without Andre champagne to lend sparkle and elegance to your good times? Greet the season and your friends with the best. Andre.
For the holidays and all year long.
Sundays, it's America's most watched pregame show. And when you want to know the score, see the highlight and find out why, it's the NFL Today on CBS Sports.
Here's what caused it.
Everson Walls will get credit for it, but number 54 coming from the outside is the man that caused it. Watch it. Now Jaworski can't step up. Watch it. Just as he stepped, he can't follow through because Randy White was right in his face.
There is Everson Walls. That interception broke Mel Renfro's record for interceptions in a year. At one time, it was a very difficult rookie year for him, but always spectacular, and it still is. White on the hop to Hill. Gary Robinson out there with Tony Hill. Up to date, that's the way it is. The team total is 35. That leads the NFL. Walls has 11 with that one he just got. Thurman has 2 today. Downs has 6. And of all the members of the secondary that you thought at the beginning of the year would be suspect, those would be the 3, and they lead the team in interceptions. Dick Vermeil with his group.
And that pass rush has added a lot to that. They don't get any credit for it, but there ought to be a stat that puts them up there, how many they caused.
It's out Dorsett. Looking, ducking, diving. Reggie Wilkes stopped him. Dorsett at the 15, perhaps.
The Eagles are swarming. Dick Vermeil saying, look, we're going to get the ball back, man. You know, we have plenty of time. There's 8 minutes left in this game. We're only down by 4 points. Our defense can play strong here. We're going to get some more chances.
The Eagles haven't lost 4 games in a row since 1977. They've lost 3 in a row now. That was Dick Vermeil's second year. They're down 9 now. White surveys. Butch Johnson has some room. Butch Johnson to the 40, outside, out of bounds at the 38-yard line of Philadelphia. No time for a dance, but a lot of time to celebrate.
When you talk about big plays, there's Butch Johnson. He's saying, that was yours, Danny White. But look why. There's no pass rush. You see that pass protection? Danny White can look, he can find, he can see, and pop Butch Johnson in there. You know, Butch Johnson has the strongest hands of a receiver that I've ever seen.
That ball gets close, he usually finds a way to hang it.
You know, he has big hands. You see those hands there? He's not a big man, but you know, when you shake hands with him, he has hands like a tackle.
You're talking about those gloves, Johns. You know, if you notice what Butch does, he wears golf gloves, yes, but he cuts the fingers out and lets his fingers stick out through the ends of the where he's cut. Here's Ron Springs. Speaking of cutting inside the 30 to about the 28 range, Logan stopped him.
I'll tell you, you can only give a team like Dallas so many shots at your defense, even though your defense is the best in the league.
Landry signals for Robert Newhouse in a short yardage situation, 2nd and 2 as we check around. Denver driving to the playoffs, 16-6 over Seattle. And Chicago defeating the Oakland Raiders at the moment, 23-6. San Francisco moving against Houston, 28-0. Here, it's 14-10 Dallas, and Dallas moving. That's Dorsett, and Dorsett flashes down for the first down. That should put him close to breaking Don Perkins' all-time Dallas record.
I'm sure that is a record. I wonder if they'll stop the game and give him the ball or anything. It doesn't look like it, but boy, did he make a cut on that one. Oh, he's 1 yard short, we just found out. But he started to the left, bounced back to the right.
Dorsett has 24 carries, has picked up 87 yards on the day. Increasing his margin in the NFL, the leadership over George Rogers of New Orleans. back deep in the eye. Springs in front of him. Look how deep he is. That's Springs. Springs barrels down to about the 16, perhaps the 17. Randy Logan made the stop.
You know, when you talk about big plays, Pat, that third down completion to Butch Johnson was one of the biggest plays in this game. Because had that been incomplete, then the Eagles would have gotten the ball back with good position and plenty of time.
Springs checks out. Newhouse is in. Beg your pardon, James Jones is in along with Dorsett. Dorsett started on one side, now moves back. So does Jones. Second down. It is Dorsett with Herbert Scott out in front, and Dorsett bangs down to about the 15 before he's popped out of bounds by Frank Lemaster.
Does that give him a record?
That does.
I still wonder if they'll stop the game.
Well, they said before the game, our information was if the Cowboys have it well in hand, they would stop it and present him with the game ball.
I wonder if we watch Tony Dorsett. I wonder if he even knows. Oh, they just put it up on the scoreboard. The fans are standing up.
Straight ahead, trying for that first. Up in that ring of honor, which goes around the middle deck. Those names in Cowboy history. Meredith, Willie, Perkins, Howley, and Renfro. Renfro had his all-time single-season interception record broken today by Everson Walls, the rookie. And now Tony Dorsett is the all-time rushing leader for Dallas. Perkins, Hill, and Newhouse behind him. First down, Dallas. Give is to run. Springs scores. Will hold. Rafael Septien will try it. We'll show you that touchdown again in just a minute. Ron Springs, who scored 3 last week, found that end zone again. Septien. Cowboys 21. Eagles 10. Here's the touchdown.
I'll tell you, that's what a tailback does. You see, the Eagles were all key in the tailback. They handed the ball to Springs, and he was able to break back against the grain and into the end zone.
That's a tough look, John, when you see them all moving like that.
Let's watch it from down here, and this is what they see. You see, they all start to the left. Springs gets them all out there and says, I'll cut back and take it into the end zone right here.
Gotcha. Out of action. Get the twin action Norelco Rotatract rechargeable razor. Inside 3 floating heads. Twin action grips and raises hair up, then razors hair off, closer than ever, without mixing cuts or soap and water. The twin action Norelco Rotatract rechargeable, because for close shaves,
there's no action like twin action.
Look out, world!
Here comes Ford Mustang.
Yes, sir, no, sir, got me on the go, sir, but quitting time's a different situation. I never take dictation.
Ford Mustang, one beautiful way to turn high mileage into high excitement.
Look out, world! Here comes Ford. Here comes new. Here comes now. Here comes Ford.
John Madden at Texas Stadium, where Dallas, on the touchdown by Ron Springs, has just about put things away. That's Billy Canfield at the goal line, starting behind the wedge. Got too close to the wedge. And Dallas gets him down at the 21. Scoring drive by Dallas. Look how far they went. 9 plays, 86 yards, 356. They kept the football. The big play, as John Madden said a minute ago, was that catch, that clutch catch by Butch Johnson. Of course, the touchdown run was reasonably big, too, wasn't it?
That's right, and Ron Springs is happy there. Tony Dorsett is happy. But I'll tell you a group that may be the happiest is that offensive line, because they know that every one of those plays, they were a very important part.
Here's Jaworski. Pressure's on Harvey Martin, knocked it down. Harvey deflected. Jaworski under intense pressure at the beginning.
Well, that's what the Cowboys said that they had to do. They had to pressure Jaworski. They couldn't let him get set. They had to make him throw over things. Now watch how they get their hands up. There's Too Tall. He gets his hands up that way. Over on the left side was Harvey Martin, number 79, who had his hands up.
And he's also 6'5", Too Tall, 6'9". A lot of obstacles, like going through that picket fence they talk about. Waters comes out on the left, defending against Wilbert Montgomery. Here's Jaworski hoping to find someone, does, but he can't hold it. Hubert Oliver.
I'll tell you, these fans know it. This Cowboy defense has everything going the way they want it. Here's a picture of them. Look, that front four.
John, while we have a second, one of our ace cameramen and one of our very, very good friends, George Klimczak, would indeed be here with us today. He had surgery last week, and we just like him to know that we miss him, and we're thinking of it.
We sure do. We wish him the best.
Third down, 10. 4:20 left to play. There's Jaworski, chased by White and hit by White. Everson Walls and Michael Downs, and Thurman comes up with his third interception of the day. Dennis Thurman picks off his third. And again, the heat and the pressure caused that.
I would tell you, Dennis Thurman, that's great, but Randy White is the one that made it happen again. Now watch him. He starts here. He's on Steve Kenny. Now watch here. Jaworski's just getting ready to go. Doesn't see him. He hits him just as the ball leaves, and he throws it right to Dennis Thurman. That's the second interception that should be given to Randy White.
Got one of them, and Thurman got his third of the day. Cowboys out quickly. Springs and Dorsett behind White. Pearson in motion, pitch back, 28, toss left. To Tony Dorsett, he almost broke that. He got about 4.
They're getting back. We don't pick a most valuable player or most valuable anything, but if we did, to me today it would sure be Randy White, because he's caused a heck of a lot of havoc with the Eagles passing game.
John, just checking that record book, and we've had to do a lot of that today. That interception, the third one by Thurman, ties a Cowboy individual record, which was shared by Herb Adderley, familiar name, and Leroy Jordan, another one. Second down, Dallas, and 6 from the Philadelphia 23. Springs to the 20, 19 maybe. Not a first. Reggie Wilkes made the tackle.
Boy, that's the big statistic. You know, you can talk about yardage and everything else, but the Eagles had 5 turnovers today, 4 interceptions.
That giveaway-takeaway ratio is oh so very important. Day for him.
Tough day. He's had a few tough weeks here. You know, there are some people that thought that they maybe ought to switch quarterbacks. Dick Vermeil said it's not a quarterback. It's a team thing. It's an offense. 11 men.
Salve goes in motion again. Dorsett goes over the left side. He'll have the first down. He's about the 15. Usually, when you get into a game like this, and you have the time left, which is just over 2.5 minutes, the crowd starts to depart when it looks like the game is under control, but nobody I can see is left today.
Not for this one, because this is the championship of the Eastern Division. Cowboys had it. They lost it last year to these Philadelphia Eagles. There goes a guy leaving. But they have it, and, you know, to a man yesterday, they said, we have to win this game. We don't want to wait for that last week and have to go up and beat the Giants in New York.
They ran it down to the 2-minute warning, which now occurs, and Vermeil and Landry will be notified of such. Wyatt is over talking to Landry. Dallas leading 21-10 over Philadelphia, fourth quarter. 2 minutes to play.
Michelob brings you the 7-day weekend, Southern style. The style and grace that is the South is reflected in one great beer, Michelob. That smooth and mellow taste has its own special way of saying, y'all come back and see us anytime.
There's nothing better on a rainy night in Georgia. Put a little weekend in your week. Yeah.
Radio Shack makes Christmas dreams come true.
Oh, I love the frog.
Cuddly animals with a radio inside. Maybe Santa will bring it. Dependable portable radios. A Pekingese and raccoon. A frog and a lovable floppy dog. And a cuddly cat or a cute brown spaniel. Furry friends in a musical menagerie that'll delight your kids or teens alike.
Daddy, Santa brought my frog from Radio Shack.
Only at Radio Shack, your Christmas electronics store.
As the season counts down and the playoffs are dead ahead, stay with the winners, the NFL on CBS Sports.
A lot of the people in the stands might be standing out at the windows right now.
Maybe that's where they're going.
As the Cowboys, with 2 minutes to go and leading already by 11, looks like they'll be enjoying a week off and not having to worry about playing the wild card game and host a playoff game. First weekend of the great new year. 2 minutes to go on the scoreboard clock. Springs and Dorsett behind White. First down, Cowboys. This is James Jones. Jones to about the 11, stopped by Carl Hairston.
I think that this is a situation here, you know, where the team is down by 11 points. It's a minute 44. I would think that the Eagles may take some timeouts now, because whatever happens, they're going to need at least 2 scores.
Dallas has 2 timeouts remaining. The Eagles have all 3 of theirs, and they're going to have to start taking some pretty soon. Dallas will take as long as they can in the huddle. The Eagles still have to win a game to assure themselves of that wild card deal. There are a lot of possibilities brought about by this. Here's Springs barreling down to about the 7. Clock still running.
As you say, all the Eagles had to do was win 1 game, and then they would be in the playoffs. Of course, they've lost 3 in a row, and then right now we know what's happening here.
Now he takes the time. In a situation here, in a similar situation last year, the Eagles had the lead. Cowboys had to beat them by 25 points, and they had them 35-10. The Eagles came roaring back. And one of the best shows of character I've seen. 60 minutes following football, of course, except on the West Coast, where you'll see it at its regular time. The Eagles, all they can do is shake their heads at the moment.
Alcoa presents Fantastic Finishes. 1980 Bart Starr's Packers have a chance to beat the Bears in overtime. Chester Marcole's kick is up and blocked. The ball bounces back into Marcole's hands. Nothing for Chester to do now but tuck it in and run. He picks up a needed block along the way and cruises 25 yards into the end zone. The Packers win 12-6 on their own blocked field goal on the game's final play.
Alcoa can't wait.
Here comes another bunch of aluminum cans headed for recycling.
Alcoa takes back the aluminum cans by the billions, and it's worth it because there's precious energy to be saved by remelting the cans and making brand new aluminum. Recycling, we're doing it now, and new cans are on the way. Made of light, convenient, energy-saving aluminum.
We can't wait for tomorrow.
Pat Summerall with John Madden at Texas Stadium in Dallas, or Irving more correctly, the home of the Cowboys. A game that's developed pretty much as I think we suspected it might. Dallas down driving again. They lead 21-10, 51 seconds left to play. Third down 2. Springs, Jones, runners. Dorsett, I'm sorry. 23 and 33. Or do you go for the first down?
What I would do, I would make them use another timeout. See, because what the Eagles have to do now here is take a timeout, and then I would run the ball again, and then, of course, that would be change of possession, but make them go the distance. See, if they kick the field goal, then they have to kick off, and the Eagles could win with 2 scores.
They're measuring for a first down, so all our conjecture might be just conjecture.
It's all academic, isn't it?
It's a first down, Dallas. First and goal at the 5. Tom Landry is not the kind of individual who would ever run up the score on anybody. That doesn't necessarily apply to his fans, however, and the Dallas Cowboy fans. They'd like more.
I'm sure, and Tom knows what a rivalry this is and what it's been, and he isn't going to put any fuel on that fire.
At the 5, first and goal for the Dallas Cowboys. Somebody jump. And now Dallas is just running out the clock. As I said a minute ago, Landry is not the kind of man who'll do something like that. Tonight on CBS, starts with 60 minutes, and it's 2 great specials. First, the All-Star Party for Burt Reynolds, followed by the 6th Annual Circus of the Stars. It's all tonight on CBS. And this one is over. Dallas has beaten Philadelphia 21-10. Dallas is the NFC Eastern Division champion, coached by Tom Landry. There's a guy who had an outstanding day. John, speaking of outstanding folks. Tom never seems to get overly excited about anything, but always seems to get it done. And I'm sure that that man in the trench coat will go down as one of the great ones who ever coached this game. For John Madden, then, from Texas Stadium, this is Pat Summerall. And right now, let's send you back for all the NFL news to Brent Musburger in New York.